Hello, welcome to another episode of the Old 62, the show where if you don't know what's going on, go back to episode 1, because at this point you really should know what's going on. And if you're new, then I really recommend you see the other videos, because they're good videos. But let's get into today's character that we're going to be discussing, a character by the name of Anti-Electric. He was created by the team of Robert Canier, I don't know, and Harry G. Peter. Okay. Appearances. He first appeared in Comic Cavalade number 27 in 1948. I remember Comic Cavalade. Who was it? Was it Spinner? That was from Comic Cavalade? And it looked like an Archie comic, but like Archie was trying to be a superhero. Like, that's what it looked like. It wasn't that, but it looked like that. Like, if you imagine that concept, that's what I imagine it looking like. But anyways, it also says that was his last appearance, but that's what the character block says. Let's go to related and see for ourselves. Yep, there's just one appearance listed. Okay, let's get into history, shall we? Following a fairly non-eventful childhood, Keen, his real name is Keen. We don't get a first name, that's not revealed, so. And at this point it never will be, since this is Earth 2, so, yeah, it's a long time ago. Anyways, Keen began work for one of the larger railroad companies of the nation, and rose through the ranks to eventually become the company's president. However, the power, the prestige, and wealth that this conveyed upon him were not enough to satisfy his rampant greed. And so, using his skills as an electrical engineer, he developed a device that, when properly powered and aimed, could disrupt electrical signals and prevent electronic devices from working over a large area. Basically an EMP, before there were EMPs. Keen then became the extortionist known as Anti-Electric, and began blackmailing other large companies by threatening to permanently disrupt their business unless he was given ownership of them. In this fashion, Keen intended to become one of the richest and most powerful men in the nation, if not the world. Ultimately, Keen's activities came to the attention of Wonder Woman, and she eventually succeeded in smashing Keen's schemes. His schemes. Say that like 10 times fast. And capturing him. Keen was then convicted of a large string of crimes and given a stiff prison sentence. Alright, so he had no powers, no abilities. It was just this device that was basically an EMP. But that's all there is, and this is a short video, so what do we have on him besides what's here? There is a there's this other character I found that I might be doing a Let's Talk About video on eventually. Let's Talk About is this series I did for 1 or 2 videos. I plan to get back to it, but the series is essentially this, but with anything else. Things that were not pre-Crisis, or maybe they were, and I just didn't put them on the list. Anyways, I found this guy. He is a Wonder Woman villain. I just found him a few minutes ago, and his name is Arch. And he looks like a satyr with a Roman warrior helmet on, and the the stick like hair on the helmet that goes down. It goes down so far, it looks like it could turn into a tail at the bottom. And he's really short too, and he's a satyr, it looks like. It's a midget satyr Roman warrior, and his name is Arch, and I think he looks pretty cool. I want to eventually do a video on him, but I'll have to wrap up the old 62 first, because I'm not interrupting this series. I never intended to. I've not done that yet. I've taken breaks. I've taken a hiatus here and there, but I've never gone off and done something else and then come back to the old 62, so I'm gonna finish up this series, and then I'll think about doing a video on Arch. You know what? I'm gonna go into my phone right now, and I'm going to go into my notepad. I have a note on YouTube ideas, and I'm gonna make a note to talk about Arch. But yeah, if you wanna look at him, you shouldn't spoil the video for yourself. You shouldn't read the history by yourself. Wait until I make the video, because if you don't, then you're not going to want to watch the video, and I want you to watch the video, so. Although I just kind of told you where to find it. Shut up. Let's talk about ARCH. Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be really fun. I hope it'll be an interesting character, or a worthy character. But I will look into it after I wrap up this video, and I will really consider doing a Let's Talk About video. Okay? If you're wondering, Anti-Electric is the thumbnail. The character is the thumbnail. And what I just read and all the information that I kind of left out is going to be linked in the description. So if you want to check that out, go to his article on the DC Wiki. Go ahead. I'm hoping to use a different picture than the one they used, because I've seen other pictures for this guy, so it's actually not going to be that hard to find another picture, and I want to use another picture, because this one that they used, it's not very good. It's like all zoomed up on his face, and I want like a full body kind of picture, because costumes are important. It's all about the costume and the name. Those are important things. And then the history is, the history can be whatever, you know. Falseface wasn't that bad of a character, but his history, it was lacking. He could have been more than a henchman. He could have worked alone. I don't really see him as a leader, but Anti-Electric is a different story. And yet, somehow I feel like there could have been more. He could have had powers. That would have been cool. Imagine if he had the ability to drain electricity from machines and then like shoot it out of his hands or something. I mean, we've seen that a lot with a lot of characters, but I don't know, it's a cool power. Alright, well, Tell me what you think of this guy in the comments. I would love to read your comments on this guy. And thank you for showing up. Thank you for sticking around this long. I know at this point I'm just spitballing and saying nonsense. So thank you for sticking around anyway. And I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully tomorrow. I don't know. Peace.